YouTube? This is Eternally Based, back with a video showcasing the build that I've been enjoying for this league. Starting off, I just want to say I'm trying a new audio capture setup, so if the sound quality is bad, I apologize ahead of time. But I'm only doing one take, so yeah. I'm playing an Infinite Lightning Strike Warden. Now, this build is insane. I'm gonna put some gameplay footage before this, so you've probably already seen it. But this build is pretty much just an infinite damage, like one-shotting machine. That's what it is. That's what it's for. That's what it's built for. And it's an absolute blast. This build is it's insane. It just deletes stuff. So I'm using a setup that I found on a forum post on Reddit. I'll link it in the description. It's made by somebody named sisterhell. I didn't necessarily make the build, I'm just playing a different variant of it. So before, I had no interest in using Hateforge. I had no interest at all, because with a Vow Lightning Strike, it's pretty much up all the time while mapping, but with bossing, the uptime is kind of iffy. In the beginning I was okay with that, and I would just use a pair of gloves like this instead, and you know, when Vow Lightning Strike was up while mapping, I would just pop it, and then when I get to a boss I'll just do whatever. But I found this forum post on Reddit that linked to a PoE forum post of a build made by sisterhell, and basically this person is using Hateforge and a tincture that grants rage as well as rage support. And with this setup, you pretty much have infinite Vow Lightning Strike no matter what. So doing a boss, during mapping, it doesn't matter. As before, when I was using the rare gloves, it would pretty much be up all the time while I'm in maps, but once I get to a boss, it would pretty much just drop off. So I tried out the setup that this person has showed on the forum, and I actually like it a lot. So yeah, and then also using this tincture, the Sap of Seasons, gives you a lot of damage. And you know, this enchant on the dagger is just very, very overpowered. If you have a chance to use it this league, I say use it. It's a lot of fun. It's insane damage. You won't be hurting for damage. I'm going to show a comparison of the build. I'm using Nemesis, so this is kind of like the more expensive variant, but I was using the budget variant before this. I was just using returning projectiles instead, and I had 2 rare rings. The damage on the returning projectile setup is still pretty good, but when you get Nemesis, your damage is pretty much double. So on on one variant you'll see that the damage is cool, but on a Nemesis variant you see this pretty much double. But either way, you're not really going to be hurting too much for damage on this build. So yeah, I'm using the 10-league dagger setup. I got pretty lucky crafting my dagger. I only spent about 20 divans to hit this dagger, which is insanely lucky. You could expect to spend around maybe 80 on average to maybe get something like this, maybe 60-ish. I was kind of testing around in Craft of Exile to test different ways of crafting something like this. It's pretty deterministic. In the latest patch, they also claimed to buff Recombinator, so I've been testing a method of making a dagger like this while just using a shaper version, and just shaping or using essences on 2 shaper daggers and recombinate them to hit the prefixes. There's different ways you can make a dagger like this, I'm sure, but yeah, just using a 10-league dagger. Basic rares with suppress. I'm going to leave my POV for this build in the description. I don't usually do that because my builds are usually home cooked. I don't like people backseating a build that wasn't made for the public. You know, people go, you know how people do in this game. People are weird about builds in this game. They go, I see you did this one. You should do this in this build, and you have 0.56 configured when it should be 9.25. Like, I don't want to hear all that, bro. All that nerd shit. I don't care about that. I just make my builds to have fun, and I play them. With that being said, you know, you're free to view my POV, but I do not recommend that you follow my POV. Instead, I'm going to link a path to the forum post that I use as a reference for this build, and I think you should follow that POV Once again, do not follow mine. I'm just linking it so you can look at it. You should follow the POB in the forum post, because that's originally where I shaped this build over that variant, the person who made that build. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just kind of want to show off what I've been playing this league. Yeah, it's insane. It's very, very fun.